The background of this book, essentially us, and I better show you the proper cover because I've got 2 copies here. So you've gone for the bright. I do like all bright covers. So the background to this book is that it is about a family, Douglas and Connie Peterson, who have been married for how many years?
24 years.
24 years. And they're can I call Albie dysfunctional or not?
They've been together 24 years, married for 19. Yes, you can call Albie dysfunctional.
And their dysfunctional son, Albie, and their ability to try and rub along. And you say about this, if one day was about friendship and first love, then Us is about what happens next.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, I wanted to write another love story, and as you say, it took a long time to come up with an idea that I was happy with. And when I started writing One Day, I was 39 years old, and when One Day was published, I started writing it when I was 39, published it when I was 42. I'd just become a father, and One Day was a kind of very conscious farewell to the stage of your life, which is all about friends and parties and social life and finding a way in your career. And I tried to write this novel for a long time, and suddenly I looked up and realized that I was, a 46-year-old father of 2, and to write about dates and going to all these parties. I mean, I never leave the house, so it seemed crazy to try and write another kind of 20-something, 30-something love story. And so I kind of knuckled down and decided that I'd write about what comes after that. I'd always sort of avoided family as a theme, but now as a parent, it seemed like the right time to deal with it, and so I wanted to write about marriage and long-term relationships and parenthood, because it's just as exciting. It's just as, marriage isn't this constant. It's always changing. So I should have shaved. I can hear my microphone rubbing against my stubble. I'm going to move it up here. Marriage isn't this constant state. It's always changing over the years and full of highs and lows. And it's very much a love story, but a little more mature, a little more bittersweet, a little more painful in places, but still absolutely a love story about family.
And you said that you hadn't left the house for a while, so you came up with a book that was going to take you around Europe. I think that's ingenious, by the way.
Yeah.
Very clever ploy. Did the publishers go along with that?
Well, part of the idea came from one of the great joys for me of One Day, and the fact that One Day sort of took off around the world, was I finally got to see these places I'd never been to. I was very nervous, 17, 18-year-old, so I didn't think of going backpacking. I didn't know what would happen if you couldn't speak the language, and where would you sleep, and I wanted everything kind of controlled and ordered, and I didn't have the money, and so I didn't go backpacking. And when I was touring with One Day, I was visiting all these extraordinary cities and places I'd never been to until my 30s and 40s, and I loved them. I love cities. I'm much happier in a city than on a beach. A beach is just hell, indescribable hell to me. And when I was getting sort of half an hour to spare, I would run from the hotel and run around the city and try and take it all in. And I thought there was something funny about the idea of someone backpacking in middle age. Someone having the kind of crazy, erratic, strange, unpredictable experiences that you're meant to have at 17 or 18 when they're 46, 47, or in this case, 54 years old. So it's a crazy chase across Europe. One of the reasons I wanted to write from Douglas's point of view is because often dads are kind of the voice of reason. I was buying all these new notebooks and writing in the library and in cafes and writing at dawn and writing at night through the night. I think I couldn't take a day off, and I don't believe in waiting for inspiration or waiting till you feel like it.